So you're sailing along I-440 at the speed limit when suddenly, just after the walking bridge at Wade, you find yourself in this traffic. Ever wonder why? Well, it's the combination of a series of features of this stretch of I-440 that combine to make it a real mess. This section of I-440 between Wade Avenue and Interstate 40 was the first section of the Beltline, and it was built in the 1960s, which contributed to some of the features we'll point out here. In the next few minutes, this video will show how they combine to make this stretch of road such a memorable experience. We shot it at different times of the day, different amounts of traffic, and different weather conditions to show the whole story. Then we combined them all into one trip. So hop in, let's go for a drive. Okay, so let's start out southbound, just after the walking bridge at Wade. Right off the bat, the 3 lanes of traffic have to squeeze into 2. And then once we've done that, there are 2 entrance ramps joining us, each with a problem. This one on the right has a short merge lane, which is the lane you use to get up to speed when you enter the road, while at the same time, cars on the interstate that want to exit have to slow down and sort of trade places with you in a very awkward little dance with strangers. It works fine when there's a long enough lane for everyone to work it out among themselves, but look what happens when it's this short. Whoa, that was close. On the right is the exit for Hillsborough Street. Now, if we had decided to continue on instead of exiting, we'd see that the shoulder disappears and we are mere feet away from oncoming traffic. If we were to get a flat tire through here, we'd have no place to go. There's something really unsettling about having trucks whizzing by in the opposite direction, so close to your head. Interstates generally aren't built that way, so it catches us off guard. It makes us tense. And that tense feeling, we've all felt it, makes a difference. It can affect the driver for miles to come. Once we've made it through there, we have a really unusual feature that you don't see very often. An on-ramp that merges with the left lane instead of the right. In fact, let's back up because everything about this on-ramp is odd, starting back at Western when you first turn onto it. Then it splits and you have to make a very quick decision, east or west. And if you choose west, you drive through these trees and across a bridge that drops you right down next to that left lane. Let's stop here for a second and watch. These drivers on the left have to accelerate from about 25 miles per hour up to speed quickly. You can see how short this ramp is. And not only that, they're merging with the fast lane instead of the usual merge with the slow lane. For most drivers, that's an unexpected move. They're not used to merging from the left, and it just feels odd. This last guy in the gray car on the left just barely got in there before he ran out of lane. Next comes the exit for eastbound Western, which has no deceleration lane at all, and it's a really sharp curve. So to get off here, we have to hit the brakes while we're still partly on the interstate to make sure we can make the turn. And check out the condition of the pavement where we're making that turn. There's also bad pavement on the other interchanges and on the highway itself. Next is the exit for Melbourne with a short exit lane and ramp, and then on to Jones Franklin, followed by the exit for I-40, Buck Jones, and Walnut, where the road returns to 3 lanes and traffic moves along just fine. Okay, now let's turn around and see if things are any better going northbound on the same stretch of road. Well, right away, while we're still congested from the I-40 merge, the left lane ends, which is a pretty unusual way for a road to narrow. Usually if a lane ends, it'll be the right lane. And on top of all that, we just got squeezed from 3 lanes to 2, right by the Jones Franklin exit. The net result of all this confusion is that the traffic during morning rush hour here can back up all the way to 1010 Road, adding 15 minutes or more to your commute. And to mine. Next up is the Jones Franklin on-ramp, where the ramp and merge lane are really short. Check out this yellow car trying to squeeze in. The only reason he makes it is because he gets a little help from the guy in that pickup truck. Hey, thanks, buddy. Another day, and this guy has the same problem. The Melbourne Road on-ramp is so short that this blue car can't even get up to merging speed before the lane ends. Then Western, same deal, and Hillsborough. Then, as we pass under the walking bridge, we get back to the full 3 lanes and all is well. See the difference? so now you know why you dread that stretch of I-440. You should also know that the North Carolina Department of Transportation, the road people, know all of that and more, and they're making a plan to do something about it. Some of the possible improvements being considered include road widening, interchange improvements, and signage and pavement upgrades. And through this planning process, you should also know that they're being sensitive to the resources that are directly adjacent to this interstate, including the various local neighborhoods, churches, cemeteries, parks, and community centers. It's an important project, and the NCDOT wants your input, so please make your opinion known. And thanks for riding along. Let's do it again when the road's all fixed up.